Hey guys! Hello! Happy Wednesday night. I am completely getting mixed up with what day of the week it is. This week's just been kind of crazy like that. So, I'm sure you've had times that have happened like that. I'm gonna wait 1 second, see some people pop on. Hello. Hi Stacy. There's like a speck on my screen and it looked like it was on my face, but it's not. Hello! Happy Wednesday! I hope y'all are having a wonderful night. I wanted to pop on tonight. I had 3 things on my mind and on my heart. Hi! that I've been thinking about and that I wanted to share. And I'll start with a quote. It's kind of my thing. That quote junkie in me wants to share all the little findings that I do, that I grab. Hi, Laura! I see you. So, I want to talk tonight about starting, persevering, and being your own best ally versus being your own worst enemy. Okay? I'm sure we can both resonate with both of those. Kind of being in a place where we've been totally supportive of ourselves and other places in our lives where we've been totally against ourselves. So the quote that I have to start with tonight, it's by Jim Rohn, the master himself. One of them, anyway. It's a good quote. So, it is, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. So, starting out with starting. And when I say starting, I mean just like getting to a place where you know what your goal is. Like, you want to do something, but you're not entirely sure what. Like, I've encountered this a couple of times in my life. Like, okay, great. The world is my canvas. What do I want to do? And then I blank. Because I'm like, my God, if I can do anything, what do I really want to do? If I can do anything with my fitness, you could run marathons. You could lift heavy objects and throw them around. You could build muscle. You could compete in fitness competitions. Like, literally, there are many, many more than I just had mentioned. The possibilities are endless. There are so many things that we can do with our lives. And a lot of times it's difficult to really get to the place where we know precisely what we want. Not what anybody else wants, or not what anybody else thinks would be good for us or that we'd be good at, but like those things that we really feel like, yeah, you know what? I want to do that. Because it lights me up. It just gets me excited for whatever reason, right? So the first place is just like, honestly, it might take some time to really identify what it is that we want. Like I said, I'm constantly in this place of like, okay, am I pursuing the things that I want to do that, regardless of what anybody else thinks, are these the things in my life that really light me up? Is this the direction that I really want to go? I don't want to be the person, personally, that works 70, 60, even 50 hours a week. I don't want to be that. Would I do it? Yes, of course. I am not afraid of hard work, much like most of us aren't, right? But do you really want to do that? Now, like the flip side of that question would be, okay, well, if you're putting in 50, 60, 70 hours of work, let's say you're a medical student, and the end goal is that, you're looking to be a doctor, then those hours are spent towards something that you are really, really excited about and that you're working towards, right? So then that 50, 60, 70 hours that investment is worth the end result, right? But just to work 50, 60, 70 hours for work's sake doesn't quite make sense to me, right? Like, why do it just to say that we work hard? That's Awesome. I think that we all can aspire to be hard workers. But what are we working for, right? What do you really want? Are you working towards something that you really want? Like, are you, let's say, for example, we'll take it back to the marathon example. Are you training for a marathon just because, you want to be thinner? You want to lose weight? I think that that's beautiful. I think that's wonderful. There's a lot of things that kind of go into that I start thinking about. So, like, great, if you want to train for a marathon, that's a lot of hours. That's a very good example of a lot of hours and energy and thought and time. And it's wonderful. I think that accomplishing a marathon for the accomplishment of doing a marathon is great. I think that doing a marathon just for the purpose of weight loss is not quite the right perspective, if that would be right to say. It's a lot of time for not necessarily the best results, right? I believe in a very balanced approach of weight training and stretching and cardio, like all of those things that can give you the same results, even better than just training for a marathon. If you're training for a marathon so that you can accomplish that and it's going to make you feel awesome and build you up, I love that. Let's do it. Let's go. If you're training for a marathon just because you want to lose weight, if it's what's exciting you, awesome. Do it. If it's what's getting you moving on a daily basis, great. Do it. I don't care, because you know what? You're moving. However, there are more effective and productive ways, efficient ways to accomplish the same result, right? Especially if you don't like running. Anyway, that's another soapbox. So, finding out what you really want might take time. It might really take time on the front end to say, what direction do I really want to go? And I do this with clients. I say, like, hey, let's take time before we even get started. Like, yes, we're going to start moving. Yes, we're going to work on things like, your posture imbalances, your body imbalances, the way that your legs move, the way that your arms move, the way that your body moves. Like, there are some imbalances that I see that we'll want to correct before we begin a more intensive workout program. But on the flip side of that is, what are the goals that you really want to accomplish? Like, do you want to drop some dress sizes? Do you want to drop some pant sizes? Is that really motivating you? Would that really make you feel better? If you could wear a smaller size of swim trunks or a smaller size bikini at the beach this summer, is that really what's going to make you feel better? So you can stop focusing on yourself so much and enjoy life around you, right? Enjoy your kids, enjoy the experience, and not think about, what's going on with me? What are people thinking of me? I'm not comfortable, like all that kind of stuff that like goes on in our brains whenever we're not feeling like our 100%, right? Or at least close to it. So, finding out what you really want might take time. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean wait to move until you make the perfect goal. Get a goal that gets you moving. Again, using the marathon example. If it moves you, great, do it. If, losing some weight for the summer is going to make you feel good and it's what's getting you moving on a daily basis, do it. Use it. Use it for all it's worth. Right? Because it's getting you moving. It's getting you in that momentous phase of like, yes, I'm moving, I'm eating healthier, I'm taking care of myself, and we can figure out the rest of it as we go. But keep thinking about like, what do I really want? What's my end goal here? What do I really want? What do I really want with my fitness, with my health, with my life, with my health? I want to see grandkids, in X number of years. I want to see my kids grow up, and then of course have their kids, and I have my grandkids. I want to be able to play with my kids, like, and not get winded. Things like that, things that have that, like, heart tie where we get excited about them and we want to do them and we get emotional about it. We tie our emotions to it and we really feel like, yes, like, that's pulling me towards it. I want to get up in the morning because of that. Not because, yeah, I'm going to mark it off of my list for the day, which is definitely important, like keeping to a process. But again, keeping to that goal. Create a goal. Create a real, true goal, something that motivates you and excites you, and then going from there. And again, remember, it might take time. So, after making the goal, of course, figuring out a game plan, how to get there. Making a true plan to take you from where you are today to where you want to go. This is my sweet spot. This is what I love to do with clients, is like identify, okay, here you are today. Where do you want to go? Okay, cool. I see the connecting dots. Here's how we can get you there. Like, I realized a little while back, like, I have a gift for helping people to see the strategy involved. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. And you know what? It doesn't always perfectly work out that way. And that's okay. We tweak along the way. Life is like that. Illnesses come along. Death in the family comes along. Holidays come along. Let's not even go there. But, we keep on the path. We keep saying, that's that goal over there. We got our eyes set on it. It's what we emotionally said. Like, it's in our heart. We want to do it. We're going to do it. And so we keep working towards it. We keep that line of sight, right? If it's emotional freedom, if it's feeling confident, if it's whatever, I don't care what it is. You keep your eyes on it. We make a plan strategically along the way, right? Little steps every day. So, the next step from there, upon making the plan, is very logical. You guys can probably guess. It's doing it. It's just taking the action on every little step of the plan. How can we figure out what you need to do on a daily basis? Like, how good does it feel? I understand the difference. And me, being a business owner, I understand that, when I go to work during the day, I don't have somebody telling me, hey, you need to do X, Y, Z, and then your day is done. I don't. I have to set those boundaries. I have to set those expectations and those goals and those limitations based on the end goal that I have in mind. Okay? I understand the value of having someone else tell you, hey, we need to get objective A, B, and C done by the end of the quarter. And that's it. You've got this finite amount of time to work in it, and at the end of the day, you put it down. You go home. Right? I've learned this, and I'm still learning this. So it's putting into action the specific steps on a daily basis that you need to in order to know, okay, number one, I'm working towards that goal. These little steps along the way, I'm eating healthier. I'm making little tweaks along the way. I cut out soda. I did one thing today. I cut out soda. I'm not going to do it tomorrow either. I'm not going to drink soda 3 days from now either. And next week, I'm going to add something else to it. You know what? I'm not going to have chocolate cake after dinner. I'm not going to have gelato over the weekend. Little steps, right? Little steps along the way. All of these little things adding up to, again, the end goal that we've been talking about. So, knowing precisely what that plan is and the little steps along the way, and then just doing them. It's easy once you have a plan. It's so easy. And it feels better, too, because we know that we're doing the things that we have set forth that will take us towards our goals. And might we need to tweak along the way? Yeah, that's life. Things will come up. Maybe we don't get the results that we quite need or that we're looking for. But that's why we get the opportunity to change. We can change the things that we're doing on a daily basis. We can always alter these things. it's not set in stone. It's not hopeless. You know, just because something isn't working today or tomorrow or the next day doesn't mean that we can't just tweak it and figure out how to get the results that we want, right? It's no cause for discouragement. It's just try something different. It doesn't mean that what we want is any less valuable or any less attainable. It just means we just have to change our approach. It's not personal at all. It's just figuring out the pieces. You know, when we were kids, we were playing with the little boxes that had, you know, oh gosh, it was like the 3D spheres and cylinders and cubes and, you know, pyramids and stuff. And we're trying to put them in these holes. And the goal was to get them all within the box, right? Well, if the pyramid didn't fit in the cylinder, we didn't, like, give up. We kept trying the different holes until we found the one that it fit in. And if the sphere didn't fit in the pyramid, then we were like, okay, like, it fits somewhere else. We figure it out, right? It's not a reflection of us. It's not a reflection of our goals. It's just figuring out the variables of what we need to do. Okay, so off of my soapbox. Next, persevering. That rolls into this. Persevering through any obstacle and not taking it personally. Not reading into everything or feeling out everything once we've made a definite goal. Like, yeah, you know, I'll see if this works out. You know, like, maybe we won't say that out loud, but we're maybe kind of thinking it in the back of our minds. Like, yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to see if this will give me some results. And then maybe once I get some results, I'll commit some more. Right? How many times have we done that with things that we, number one, don't necessarily believe that we can accomplish because maybe we've failed in the past, or number two, don't necessarily believe we can accomplish because we've never done it before. Right? It's no respecter of persons. Everybody at every level deals with this because it is at every single level, right? It's in every aspect of our lives. It's in our career. It's in our fitness. It's in our relationships. We're learning new things on a daily basis. And so just learning, okay, so with each piece that we're figuring out, we already had that end goal in mind. Not every obstacle that comes along the way is telling us, you know, maybe you shouldn't really be doing this. Maybe it's just, let's see what you're really made of. Do you really want this? You know, or maybe it's just life, because life is set up a certain way. The life that we have lived in the past, you know, like, I'll use an example. This was kind of like in a dream of mine the other night. If you're going to, you know, if you're so used to going to McDonald's and, you know, you're just thinking like, oh, I can't break the McDonald's habit or something like that. Like, those obstacles, those things in the way, and then you drive past McDonald's and you're like, oh God. That's not a sign to go get McDonald's, right? Obviously, that's a funny example, but it's an example nonetheless. You know, like, don't take everything as a sign that maybe you shouldn't be doing this, or, you know, maybe it's not the right thing to do, or, you know, whatever. Like, once you fully make a quality goal and have committed to it, write it out. Don't let anything get in your way. Change what you need to in the process and see where it takes you. So, number 3, being your own best ally. So this rolls right into that. A lot of times in our minds we can get into this place where we are constantly like beating ourselves up. To go back to the McDonald's example. Crap, I gave in to the McDonald's, you know, temptation. I suck. Okay, first off, don't talk to yourself like that. You deserve way better. If you wouldn't let anybody else talk to you like that, like, I understand, like, talking in jest and kind of poking fun at ourselves. I think it's important to be able to laugh at ourselves. I totally do. I do it all the time. But there's a difference between being able to laugh something off that we do and chronically, habitually making fun of ourselves and cutting ourselves down like we deserve it or something like that. Like, rise above that. Your goals are worth it. Be your own best ally. You are with yourself all the time. What are the things that you're telling yourself? You know, if you are unemployed right now and you're saying, I need a job, I need to figure this out, yada yada, you keep telling yourself, you know your value, you know your skills, you keep sharpening them daily. Like, you're affirming yourself as to what your worth is and why someone wants to hire you, or why you are starting your own business and why clients want to hire you, right? You're taking it that angle versus the other voice that might be on the other side of your ear saying, you know, what that girl said about you, yeah, she was right. You're not really worth shit. Or, yeah, remember whenever, you know, like Sally said the other day, like, you were totally rude. You know, people just don't like you. Like, don't even try. If you hear voices like that, and I've been there, me too. I am a very critical person of myself. Okay? I know I'm Miss Positive. Okay? I have to be on my game. Because otherwise, I think of things like, oh God, I could really do better. You know, I could get on myself right now in my head, and I think this in the very, very back of here. You know, gosh, Aubrey, you could have been more prepared for talking tonight on Facebook Live. You could have done something different. Like, you could have, I don't know, worn something. You could have put makeup on. You could be prettier. You know, you could make it look better. Whatever. It's the difference on what channel that you're listening to. Are you listening to a channel that is empowering you? Or are you listening to a channel that is tearing you down and putting you in a place that's not going to help you do really much of anything in life, especially not the things that you really want to? You know, if you want good relationships, if you want a great relationship, if you want a great intimate relationship, you know, like, which voice are you listening to? Are you listening to a jealous one, or are you listening to an empowering one, one of freedom, one of growth, one of health, those things, one of love? Or are you listening to the one that cuts you down and cuts them down and questions every move, and, you know, you're walking on eggshells and all those kinds of things? And with yourself, like, you know, whenever you go throughout the day, like, are you feeling good about yourself, or are you feeling kind of like, you know, like, I need to do X, Y, Z, but I'm not doing it. You know, crap, like, just like that self-condemnation. Like, be your own best ally. What would you tell your best friend? Why would you tell your own self anything different? If you would tell your own best friend something that is, again, honest, in love, saying, hey girl, you know what? I think that this over here is not helping you to be your best self. Like, you said that you wanted to do X, Y, Z. I see you doing X, Y, A. Maybe you should tweak some things. Right? It's honesty, and it's love, and it's care. Okay, so it's not like, woo, I just love you, you're so perfect. It's, I love you, you said you wanted this. I'm seeing over here. You tell me if I'm wrong. I'm seeing this over here, and it's not helping you get that. I don't know if you've seen this. That's why I just want to tell you. But I don't foresee this bringing that. Do you have a plan involved here? Are you thinking something that I'm not seeing? Because I'm not seeing it. And I'm only telling you because I love you. And I want to see you happy. I want to see you get your goals. And that's where I can totally end this tonight. Like, I want to see everybody happy. I want to see everybody get their treasure. Whatever it is. If you want a good relationship, if you want health, happiness, peace, fitness, if you want to be able to run marathons, if you want to go skydiving, let me know. If you want to go skydiving, PS. You know, who are we if we are not our best selves? Who are we if we're not going after the things that really light us up? Aren't we better people to the people that are around us? Aren't we more loving, more caring, more kind if we're happy? Aren't we? You know, who wants to be around us whenever we're like grumpy and angry and hurt, butthurt, upset, you know, not getting the things that we want, not getting the things that we feel like we should get out of life? You know, we have a responsibility for self-care. If we can't take care of ourselves first, there's no way we're going to take care of other people. We are important, and it is important to take care of ourselves and our own goals as well. It's a balance, but it's important. So those are my points this evening. Go within, look into the internal, see yourself as capable versus incapable. That's my last thought for the being your own best ally versus your worst enemy. So, number 1, starting, figure out what exactly it is that lights you up, that you really want to go for. Don't worry if you don't have the end-all, be-all goal at first. You know, your life vision goal. Start somewhere. Start with something that excites you. Start small. Make a plan. And just get started. Make action steps. Just little things on a daily basis. Always talking about this. I know. Forgive me. And then persevere. If you've made a goal, you said, that's what I want, that's what I'm working towards right now, don't let anything get in your way. Be like a pit bull. You've got your claws on it. Sounds a little bit violent. You've got your claws on it. You've got your mouth on it. You're not going to let go. Nothing is going to derail you. You're not feeling it out. You're not going to see if it works out. You're not trying. Every time when I'm working with someone and they say like they're trying, I always think back. Yoda comes in my brain. And he's going, do or do not. There is no try. And it's true. There is no try. Do it or don't. But don't half-ass it. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid other people. You're worth more than that. Number 3, be your own best ally. Know what you want and go for it. Unapologetically. Support yourself. Don't break yourself down. Don't tear yourself down. We've got enough of that in the world. So, happy Wednesday night, guys. I'm going to log off. I'm going to start gearing down for sleep. I'm tired. I've been up since before 5 this morning and had a very long day yesterday. Today's been a long day. I hope y'all had a wonderful day. And leave me some love. Leave me some comments. Share this if you think that it would, resonate with someone. Share this just for the hell of sharing it, please. Like, share the message. It's not even about, me getting me out there. It's just, I feel like I want to share these things that I think about all the time. People come to me and they're like, yeah, I like your perspective. And I really appreciate that. And a lot of times, again, me not being my own best ally, I will discount that. And I think that we all have a very valuable perspective. I love hearing everyone's perspective. I was told the other day that I would have been a great anthropology student. I used to think that anthropology meant that I was going to study dinosaur bones. I had no idea. Not the case. But, yeah, everybody's perspective just fascinates me. So, we're all of value. So, share it. Leave me some comments. Leave me some love. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if I can help in any way. I am looking to work with a few more clients by the end of this month. I'm looking for another 5 clients. to work with either online, remotely, or in the studio. So one-on-one personal training in the studio or online remotely, helping with health and fitness and wellness coaching, nutrition coaching, all those things. Just let me know your goals. I'd be curious. I'd be curious to hear. You know, what are you guys thinking? What are you guys working towards? What are you growing through inside? What are those internal things that are going on? I love those conversations. So, have a wonderful night, and I'll talk with you soon.